current foundation and concealer routine, so I'm just sharing with you what I am using as far as products right now in my everyday routine, and I just wanted to show you how I apply them. So first things first, I always start off with this B6 Vitamin-Infused Complexion Prep Priming Spray, and this is by Urban Decay. I showed this, I think, in a haul that I did. I don't really notice a huge difference, but I paid 30 bucks for it and I'm going to use every single drop of it. I probably won't repurchase it because, like I said, I don't really see a huge difference in my skin, but it's just one of those things where the wording kind of got me and I was too lazy to take it back, and I'm already about probably halfway. So anyways, I'm going to use that to first prep my skin. And then for moisturizer, I've been using this Neutrogena Hydro Boost. I talked about this in my Get Ready With Me video. I am in love with this stuff. It's awesome. It's very lightweight on the skin, so I use this for my moisturizer daily. And I'm just going to put a little bit all over my face. And then for primer today, and what I have been using lately, is my Makeup Forever. You guys have seen this in my videos. Professional Step 1 Skin Equalizer. I have large pores in this region here, and that's where I tend to get oily as well as my T-zone area, so I do apply this to help with my huge pores. So I just put a little bit on my finger and dab it. I don't rub it, I kind of push it into the skin so it kind of covers up those pores. And it does make a difference. Like, I'll show you guys close up. You can definitely tell which side has it and which side doesn't. So let me show you really quick. So to me, I feel like you can see how I have large pores here, but here it's like a little bit more covered. So I'm going to just put a little bit on this side as well, and I just push it into that area where I have my larger pores. And then I also do a little bit, I just take a tiny bit down the bridge of my nose. And then whatever's left, I kind of just put it on my forehead and my chin area. And then for shine control, I use this NYX Shine Killer. I don't really notice that it makes a huge difference. I mean, I'm sure it helps a little bit, but I only use a tiny, tiny bit because this kind of stuff, it's like silicone. I feel like it can make my skin a little bit more oily, but I just put it on my fingers and then dab it on the rest of my face where I get oily, and kind of just lightly put it all over. Whatever's left, just pat it into your skin like so. And I typically try to let that sit on my face for a good minute or two, just so that all the products can soak into my skin. So while that's soaking in, I'm gonna go ahead and put some chapstick on. So my lips are chapped right now. This is just by Banana Boat. I got this when we were in Mexico. And I might just do my brows while I'm waiting for all that stuff to soak in. Alright, we'll say those are good for right now. The only thing with this pencil, I feel like, is it's so waxy, it like pulls my hairs out, but it's a good pencil. Alright, so I think that's a good setting. Everything feels like it's set down. So what I'm going to do is, I already dampened my beauty blender. This is the one from L'Oreal that I've really been enjoying. I really like this. I like how you can kind of hold your hands right here and get it stippled on. So it's definitely one of my favorites. I would highly suggest you guys picking this up and trying it out. So today for foundation, I've kind of been mixing a couple because I'm kind of in between shades right now. I feel like I'm starting to lighten up again how I was before Mexico, but I'm going to use some of my Matte and Poreless Fit Me Concealer, or Fit Me by Maybelline, and I'm going to mix in a little bit of the L'Oreal Infallible 104 in Golden Beige. I feel like right now this is a little too light for me, so that's why I've been mixing the two, and it gives you a really good coverage. So I'm just going to take a little pan here. It's a top from a candle holder. I'm going to just put a little bit on the top here. And then I'm going to put on a little bit of this and just mix them together. Like so. And I'm just going to mix the two and apply it to my face. So I'm just going to actually dot this on the bottom here and just start putting it all over. And remember to wet your beauty blender so it is nice and damp. And I just kind of start putting it all over in a light layer first. I start in like the cheek section on one side of my face and just kind of just do this motion all over to get it blended into my skin. And then if I need more coverage, I'll go back in and add a little bit more. But I'll do this side first to get it all on my face and then go back and see where I need more of the foundation. Make sure you get all that blended in. And just pouncing it all over to get that blended. I'll take this side and sometimes just go right up into the hairline because you just want to make sure you don't have foundation just like right up all in your hair. It's a little bit easier to control if you have your eyebrows on already. So this is just one layer of foundation. So you can kind of see it's not like all the way like full coverage. It's pretty medium, but I just go and add a little bit more and add some usually like to this area on the bottom of my cheeks and my nose. So if it's at the coverage that you're looking for, I would say just stop here and you just want to make sure everything is blended evenly, which I think it's pretty decent. I have been using this color correcting that I used in my Get Ready With Me and First Impressions. It's this color correcting Cushion Wonder. I don't know. I think it's okay. I'm not like a huge fan. I probably wouldn't repurchase it, but now that I have it, I gotta use it because I'm not gonna waste it. So I just squirt some product up. And you can see I do have some discoloration underneath my eyes, so I feel like this might help just a little bit to cover up that darkness. And it's super lightweight, so I don't feel like it's really heavy, plus putting concealer on top of it, I don't feel like it looks like cakey or anything, so that's kind of nice about this. So I just want to close it up. And then I use my beauty blender and I just use this pointed side to spread that and blend it out evenly under my eyes. I would say the beauty blender has been, or the sponge has been more of my favorite to put on my foundation and concealer. I'm just lazy though, and I hate having to get up and wet this because I always forget before I sit down and do my makeup. So lately I have been using these brushes, but because they're just sitting right here. But I feel like I get better coverage and more less oily when I use a sponge. So that's this eye cover blended out. So I'm gonna just take some concealer, and you guys know this has been my holy grail concealer, the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color medium. So I'm just gonna put some where we put that cover. So I just put a little bit because this stuff is kind of thick, and it I don't know, like a lot goes a long way, so I don't need like a ton. I put it down my nose, on my forehead, because I do use it to highlight the face also. So that's really all I do, and I just blend it out again with my beauty blender. Just kind of make sure it's all blended out. I try to get it right into the corner of my eye, and I do take it on my lid kind of as a shadow base primer to hold my eyeshadows when I do my eye makeup, and to prime, just so that you can't really see like all the veins on my eyes. Because with darker skin, I do have like dark veins and you can see them a lot more, so I feel like it kind of evens everything out. And I do have oily skin, so I'm going to show you guys what I do with my powder, and then do the rest of my makeup, and then I'll come back. And hopefully that will help you guys show you how to apply your foundation and concealer, as well as some powder to set your face. So that's after the application of foundation and concealer. Now with your concealer, you want to make sure that you set right away because it will crease. So what I do is I take my Laura Mercier translucent powder and I first make sure to try to get all the lines out of my out of my eyes so the concealer doesn't set in there. And I kind of look down to make sure there's no lines, and I just use my brush with the powder and try to set that concealer. Because if you like set it when it's creased, the creases are going to stay in your concealer. So you're going to make a funny face. I take it on my lid too to set that concealer on my eyes as well. Because I do have hooded eyes and it does crease after a while, so I try to just put some powder on top of that. And then I will take my sponge and set this area. I'll push the powder into my face because my pores are big right here. And this is where I get oily, so I try to just set that so it can set on my face and really soak in those oils. I do my forehead and basically in my T-zone area where I get oily. I'll just let that powder sit on my chin. And I find that this does help. Down my nose. And you just want to let that sit on your face for a few minutes just to really get that set on your face. Do my laugh lines because I feel like that looks funny, because I feel like after a while my foundation creases in my my smile lines, so I let that set. So you're gonna look funny for a little bit, you're gonna look like you have a cake face, but I promise you once you wipe everything off it'll look really pretty. So I'm gonna let that sit and we will be right back. Okay, so after you've let that sit on your face for a little while, what you want to do is just take either a stippling brush or just a light fluffy brush and basically just wipe all that away, all the powder on your face. Lightly just dust it. You don't want to like wipe it and blend it, you want to just kind of dust it away lightly so that it still sets your makeup. So as you can see, obviously I don't have any like color on my face yet, it's just powder and foundation, but that's what I do to do just my foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my face and I will be back to end the video. Okay guys, so I just finished the rest of my makeup. I am really digging my eyes today. I feel like I have been practicing a lot more on how to do wing liners, so I feel like I might do a tutorial. I actually saw some funny videos on what you could do to try to get the perfect wing, and I think I might do a video on that to test out a few, like a high heel and floss and tape and all kinds of random things, but I thought it would just be kind of fun. Anyways, today on my eyes, and I will list everything down below that I used today on my face, but today on my eyes I forgot I had these Morphe little palettes that I had bought a while ago, and I have so much makeup sometimes I just forget what I have in my collection, but I used this one in my crease and these two on my lid shade. This is the Pot Copper Popper is the palette name, and I used a couple of these browns in my crease as well on the outer crease. So if you guys want to see a tutorial on how I got this makeup look, I can definitely do that for you, but I just want to mention these that I used on my eyes. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I just wanted to kind of show you how I do my foundation and my concealer and that routine. But again, if you want to see a tutorial on this whole look, then just let me know. I hope those tips and tricks help you guys out as far as baking and how to apply your foundation and everything. Every foundation's different and it's applied differently. It works differently with different tools, so sometimes some foundations work better with a sponge and sometimes they work better on a flat brush. It just depends. You kind of have to just do a trial and error. So anyways, remember to subscribe before you leave if you haven't already, and give it a thumbs up if you guys did like this video and you want to see more videos like this. I appreciate all the love and support. Until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Bye!